Shooting efficiently plays a huge role in your team's success in NBA 2K25. Whether you're coming off a screen trying to knock down a wide open shot, or whether you're spotting up in the corner just shooting catch and shoots, you need to be a threat to score the ball from the perimeter. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys every single tip that I know on how to shoot efficiently in NBA 2K25. There's a lot of good stuff in here, probably a lot of things that you guys haven't heard of. So if you learned anything from this video, hit the like button. There's a lot of good stuff in here, from the jump shot creator to how to boost your green window, talk about button versus rhythm shooting, etc. So without wasting any more of you guys' time, let's get into it. Something that I think is really important to talk about when talking about shooting is the actual jump shot creator itself. When you go into the jump shot creator, 2K is going to give you 4 ratings about your jump shot. And I think people have a lot of misconceptions about what those ratings mean. So on your screen right now, you're going to see my jump shot for my 6'2" point guard, your classic Patty Mills base, and Oscar Robertson release. And something that you're going to notice is it's got an A+ release height and A+ release speed. If you're making your own jump shot, I recommend that you have a high release height and high release speed, and I'm going to go into why that's so important in further detail right now. So if you do a quick Google search of what release height means in NBA 2K25, 2K's own website will say release height is the release at which your player releases the ball, which is a vast understatement of what release height actually is. In reality, release height is your defensive immunity. If you've got a A+ release height and a smaller defender with less perimeter defense is guarding you, you're going to get more wide open and open contests versus a shot that may be a weak or a moderate contest with a lower release height. And in a game where half a second can make the difference between a wide open and a tightly contested shot, release speed is obviously very important. Whether you're wide open in the corner and some guy's coming out late to contest you, or you're coming around a screen and some lockdowns trying to jump around the screen trying to get you, it's important to have release speed to prevent those late contests from affecting your shots. Now, briefly, I'd like to go over the 2 things in the jump shot creator that aren't as important as release height and release speed, being defensive immunity and timing stability. Defensive immunity is basically just a watered-down version of release height. Mike Wang says that defensive immunity can impact or damper the effects of a contest on your shot, but that's kind of been disproven at this point. And then timing stability, a lot of people might not know, but that affects how much your stamina affects your jump shot. So if I've got full stamina versus no stamina, A+ timing stability will be like the same shot. And if it's an F timing stability, there'll be vastly different speeds. I hope that makes sense. I explained it as simply as I could. Let's get on to the other stuff. And something that I just have to talk about is getting your hot zones. Guys, when I made a new build with no hot zones, I just could not shoot. And I get my hot zones, I get my lethal zones. It is a night and day difference. If you're a point guard or a shooting guard, your hot zone should look like this. If you guys don't know where or how to get your lethal zones, get your lethal zones from going to the Art of Shooting, and you got to beat the lethal shooter. And to get your hot zones, guys, it takes like 30 minutes, really. Just go into My Career, set it on Rookie. 2K is going to let you make every shot, and you can get your hot zones done just like mine in like 30 minutes. It's worth it, I'm telling you guys. So just like hot zones, jump shot boost and Gatorade are essential to boosting your green window before the game even starts. Now, Gatorade's super expensive. If you can't buy that, that's cool. But I'm telling you guys, jump shot boosts, play a game without them and play a game with them, and you'll feel the difference for sure. So you guys can see by my screenshots, I've got the world record for most points in a game, and here's me scoring 50 points on a 2K League MVP. The only reason I'm sharing that is to show that, I might know what I'm talking about a little bit. Here's the jump shot on my 6'6" build that I've been mentioning a little bit, and again, something that you'll notice, A+ release height, A+ release speed. I'm not really prioritizing timing stability or defensive immunity. If you're making a jump shot, prioritize release height and release speed. You don't have to necessarily copy a YouTuber's jump shot or make a meta jump shot, but to be still somewhat competitive, those are the 2 things you should be looking to include in your jump shot. 5 days ago, I tested the effectiveness of button shooting versus rhythm shooting in a completely controlled environment. I took 100 wide open catch and shoot shots with the button and using rhythm shooting. They were with the same build, the same badges, both with the same hot zones, jump shot boosts, Gatorade, the same everything. And I came to the conclusion that I made 86 out of 100 wide open jump shots with rhythm shooting and only 71 wide open catch and shoots with the button. Now, as you guys are going to see in this clip, with my 6'2" point guard, I'm still shooting with the button. And that's simply because I can't rhythm shoot with Patty Mills on the super fast jump shot. But what I would recommend, and the science backs this up, is that if you are above 6'5" and you do not have Patty Mills or Cameron Thomas or a super fast small PG jump shot, you should probably be rhythm shooting. And look, guys, I don't love to rhythm shoot. I would rather shoot everything with square. But you know what I love more than shooting with square? I like to make my open jump shots, right? And that's what this video is about. And I'm telling you guys, if you're above 6'5" and you don't have one of those super fast jump shots, I'm telling you guys, the studies and the science backs it up. You are going to shoot a much higher clip rhythm shooting. One more thing that I forgot to add is, guys, make sure you're using high-risk shot timing. In a game where there's already so much RNG, you probably don't want to be using low-risk or normal-risk shot timing because you have no idea how many shots you probably greened that 2K gave you a white on because you're not using high-risk reward. And look, guys, I get it. It might be cool to make a white every once in a while, but as I mentioned earlier, in a game where there's already so much RNG, the least you can do is control your shooting. The last thing I'm going to say about shooting is, guys, just have confidence and shoot the ball. You don't get better at shooting by shooting in the my court and shooting by yourself. You get better by shooting in-game difficult shots, right? Because realistically, you're not going to get wide open catch and shoot shots all day. And I get it, some of you guys might just be lockdowns or power forwards that just want to get your catch and shoot shots. And that's cool. And I appreciate you guys stopping in this video. But at some point, your team might need you to score a little bit more. And taking a shot that might be a little bit deeper, some type of fade, and having practiced that may benefit your team in the future. So let's talk about realistic goals that you should set for yourself based off of your given three-pointer. I am under the impression that if you have a 90 plus three-point rating and you're getting a wide open catch and shoot shot, you should be shooting anywhere from 75 to 90% from three. Now, of course, I'm only talking about wide open catch and shoot shots because that's the easiest thing to test. And if you feel like you're a little bit below that, make sure you've got your jump shot boost, your Gatorade, your lethal zones. Make sure that your jump shot creator's got high release height and high release speed. Make sure you've got high risk. And if you can rhythm shoot, the science says that rhythm shooting really will boost your jump shot percentage. If your three-pointer is anywhere from 80 to 89 on wide open catch and shoots, ideally if you're a good shooter, you're shooting anywhere from 60 to 75%. You might feel like you're above that. And if you feel like you're below that, if you feel like you're kind of in the 50% percentile, just again, make sure you got your lethal zones, your hot zones, your boost, all that good stuff. It's going to help you. I know it might be frustrating, but trust me, it makes a drastic difference. And lastly, if you have a 70 to 79 three-pointer, ideally you want to be shooting anywhere from 50 to 65%. If you're a good shooter, you're probably close to that 65 percentage. And if you're shooting below 50% on wide open catch and shoots with a 70-something three ball, don't be discouraged. Again, I'm telling you guys, please, hot zones and jump shot boosts, high risk, rhythm shoot if you can. It's like night and day. Really quickly, if you're new to the channel and you felt like you learned something, I would appreciate it if you hit that sub button. If you don't, that's cool, but I would really appreciate it. And if you're a longtime viewer of mine, or even if you subbed in the last week, I hope you guys learned something. I feel like I'm one of the few YouTubers who actually breaks down the jump shot creator itself, or the actual difference between button and rhythm shooting. Again, I did a week-long experiment that took me forever to edit and record the gameplay. To get the results of button versus rhythm shoot. And a lot of people don't know, hey, with a 93 three-pointer and this badges on wide open catch and shoots, you can make 86 out of 100 wide open shots and 71 with the button. So again, if you're new to the channel, we appreciate it if you hit that sub button. Hit the like button, guys, if you learned something at all. Comment pineapple if you made it to the end of the video. And don't say some other fruit, or I'm going to yell at you. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for making it to the end of the video. I sincerely love you all. Until next video, peace out.